up, YouTube? This is your boy, Lil Pito.
You lying. You serious? I gotta go. I gotta leave the business.
Get you some avocados, and if you could go to the pharmacy and buy you a cute little bottle of biotin, honey, you'll be set.
We have Michael Antonio, also known as Lil Pito, in the building. Oh my God. Michael, it's been like, well, first of all, before I even have this interview with you, I just gotta say, before I even decided to do this interview, I had nerves. And I was nervous, but I was excited. Because some people don't know, for those out there, they don't know, well, only the true fans in the LGBT community know Lil Pito as a YouTube sensation. Being on MySpace, as well as doing the blogging and also the music as well. And then they also know me as LaGuardia doing the J-Lo videos. But we have never done a collaboration as today, sitting down, me and you.
Yes.
So it's been a long time. I mean, we met a few times, in the scene, but never like this. So I think this had to happen, and it's finally happening. So thank you so much for being here today in this lovely ensemble.
I love this place. Thank you guys so much for having me on Vega411.
Yes.
I feel so grateful to be here. I have been such a huge fan of J-Ho for the longest time, from when your first videos came out up until your music now and your live performances where you be killing this. I'm so proud of you, and I'm just so happy to be here right now. You have no idea.
So tell everybody out there on the show about how did LaGuardia inspire you to do music?
Well, first off, let me tell y'all something. That LaGuardia was very intimidating. Okay? I was mad scared because not only did you have to audition, you had to have good grades from 7th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, is this for me? Is it not for me? I took a chance. At my audition, I sang I Believe I Can Fly by R. Kelly.
Oh my God.
Yes, and I was mad nervous when I tell you, I was shaking. I almost peed on myself. Everything. I think a little pee did come out. And I was in there. I was about to cry. I called my mother. And I told her I sang or whatever. And then, I think it was 20 other kids that auditioned also from my junior high school.
When you first auditioned to get in LaGuardia?
To get in LaGuardia. And out of all 20 kids, I hate to brag the bitch. I was the only one that got it. So I was the only one that got it. Don't hate me for that. I just felt so fucking proud of myself because I was oh shit, who knew? You know what I mean? I was not even expecting it.
What year did you audition?
04.
04, so you was in 7th grade auditioning. Probably that's why you got in and I didn't. See?
You auditioned?
Yes!
Oh my God. But you ever singing?
No, see, but that's why, because I did audition around the same time.
Okay.
Around 04, because don't you have to audition in 7th grade, right?
Yeah.
So you can't audition at 8. Okay.
You can, as an incoming sophomore.
Oh, okay. So 20 people?
20 people from my junior high school. Wow. And I remember
From your junior high school. Okay.
And so many people hated me, and I was like, why y'all treated me like that? I wanted all of y'all to get in there with me. But, I mean, it was a statistic thing. I felt they needed more boys than girls anyway, because there were so many girls that auditioned. So I will say that I had an advantage from being a boy.
Okay.
So I got in, thank God, everything happens for a reason. And it was my junior high school music teacher that actually pushed me into going because she graduated.
And did you have good grades at that time?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
A+, B+ student?
Mm-hmm.
See, that's why I didn't get in.
I'm so grateful that they taught me opera because that is the base for all musical genres. And had I not learned the opera, I feel I wouldn't be as good in pop or as in R&B as I am today. Because it really strengthened my voice. It made me open my range. It made me produce a more refined tone. So a lot of factors went into it, and I'm so grateful that it happened that way because Now, as a grown-ass woman, I can appreciate operas, and I go see them very often. And as a youngster, I was like, I would never go see that.
Because you never appreciated the music for what it was.
Mm-hmm.
How did it change you as a vocalist when you first got in there to when you graduated? Like, were there certain things like, because some people when they go into like schools like that, they're already off the back talented, don't need that many training. But I feel like in anything you need training regardless. Acting, dancing, singing, you always gotta straighten your skills. But I know you probably was there like, I know I'm the best singer, I got this.
Not at all. I feel like anybody who goes there, no matter how good you are, that's when you first start to get like that feeling of like, oh shit, I'm not as good as I think I am. Just because there's so many other talented kids. Like I came from a junior high school where you had maybe 3 or 4 girls who could sing okay. Right. And so you feel like a little bit more confident. But when you go there and you find out that some of these little girls, well, they were a little grown, but that when they was little girls, they was on Star Search, and some of them got into American Idol, and some of them were on TV. You were like, I'm like in the wrong school. Like I don't know how I got in here.
Right there in Amsterdam Avenue.
Right on Amsterdam, and it helped me because when I first got in, I was mad shy, and I could only do R&B. And then throughout the years, you know, not only do they teach you opera, you could join the gospel chorus. They have country classes, blues, jazz. They really do train the shit out of you. Yeah. It's not just about opera.
Wow.
And so by the time I was a senior, I felt a little bit more confident and comfortable, but I did not think that I was a good singer. Not yet. And wow. I felt like, oh shit, like if I ever want to take this serious, I got to do this even if it takes doing it on my own. Like after school, like not after school, but like after the school was done, I did my 4 years. That's when I was like, I need to put my all into this. And I started taking private lessons. I joined the chorus. They gave me a scholarship. I had to go train in Germany. They taught me over there. I'm telling you, I've been through a lot, and I still feel like I had a long way to go.
How did Lil Pito came into fruition to be this alter ego that everybody knows you? Because nobody knows who's Michael Antonio, only your immediate family. So how did that came about? Because we'll talk about, I'll have so much things with Lil Pito and a lot of things with videos, but how did that came about before we get into the
It's so funny accolades. That you bring that up. Oh my God, you're so funny.
The accolades, no, yes, accolades. Listen, accolades. I don't get too stressed, but just say, right here, this is the real deal. And this has been, I've been trying to get on this for a long ass time. So, but yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, Lil Pito.
You're so funny.
No one knows where Lil Pito came from. How did that came from as you was a
The funny thing that you bring that up is that I don't think a lot of people know this, but a lot of that persona of Lil Pito from YouTube has to do with me coming out the fucking closet, bitch. Like in high school, first freshman, sophomore, up to junior year, I was still in the closet. Okay. Everybody could tell, everybody knew, but I was still in denial, and I was also scared because I didn't know how my family was gonna take it and this and that. I feel like, thank God I'm naturally feminine because it was no surprise to nobody. Everybody was like, okay, we was just waiting. You know what I mean? Right. It's not like if I was straight and I'm on the down low and I'm like, I think I like niggas. You know what I mean?
Today you're straight because you know.
Oh, you so silly. I made Lil Pito when I was still in high school. When I had that support system from all my friends and from everybody like motivating me, inspiring me, and like just telling me like go for it, like whatever you want to do it. And like, you know, when you finish school and you don't have all those friends around you, it's a lonely world.
So that's how it all came about. It just was something about the boost of confidence, that little voice in your head saying like, bitch, like let me out, let these bitches know that I'm not to be played with, because like they don't know that, you know, I have something to say, you know. But that's a big, like, that's a lot of courage for someone like you to be in a high school with tons of, I mean, I don't even know how many people.
Over 5,000 kids.
You see, like, especially for someone who's trying to come out the closet and be into their own skin. There's always so many, like, hate and so many, like, people that's always trying to downplay us, that you took a real deep step to be like, you know, I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna defend myself, because a lot of people like to nitpick on the gays and be like, oh, faggot this, faggot that. But you was like, listen, you know, Lil Pito's not the one to be played with. You know, you could do that with Michael, but not with me.
And honestly, I don't know why I was so brave. I think it's because I had so many friends. Because I don't even know. I surprised myself. I look back and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I said that. I can't believe I did that. What was I thinking? You know what I mean?
You always say this big slogan that everybody knows you for. It's another persona of yours, and you can always clarify it for me to get it right before your fans start going off on me. Like, that's how you say it. Can you spell it out, or if you know how to spell it out, to say what is her name? Dasha Quinasia.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Can you elaborate, Dasha? I'm sorry.
So when I was on YouTube, right, I wanted to come up with like the longest ghettoist name.
Right.
And I don't know what made me think about it, but it was literally like this long made up name that for some reason everybody like was able to remember. I think I made a whole tutorial on it on how to say it. But anyway, the name is Dasha Quinasia, Zolite Marika, Akazasha Quasia, March Shritika the third, because there was 3 of them bitches, okay? Like,
Wait. 3?
Yeah, her mother and her mother and her grandmother.
Hold on. I didn't know there was more than that. There was more people?
She was the 3rd one with that name.
Okay, so say it again. Say it again. Wait.
It's Dasha Quinasia, Zolite Marika, Akazasha Quasia, March Shritika the third, bitch.
And then 3 sisters?
No, it's her mother and her grandmother. I'm done with you, her sister. I mean, you too funny.
No, but
too funny.
So, okay, well, I can't really say it, so, and I'm not going to even try. But
y'all need to see there's a video where everybody tries to say it and they make their own rendition. So it's so funny. We need to do a remake.
Oh my God, we have to.
And
But we still got more with Lil Pito, and we got more with him because we have so much to talk about in terms of like, you went through a hiatus, and you took a little bit of a break in terms of like social media, music, and all that other stuff. So we're gonna get into that. So stay put. Vega411, what's going on?
okay.
So class, who can tell us who is our current president? Vega411S8. Alright, so I tell us. Oh, what's his name? George W. Bush. What are you talking about? B&B? Actually, it's Barack Obama.
You are too funny. Oh my God.
All right, we are back with Michael Antonio, also known as Lil Pito. So, Michael, because I'm gonna address you as Michael only, because you know Lil Pito is just a persona. So on this show, we just gonna address you as Michael. But for the fans, you don't mind if they call you Lil Pito.
They just call me whatever.
Okay.
Like, honestly, y'all know I love y'all, so I got y'all back.
All right. So you, aside from you doing the videos and being funny and, you know, like memorable moments like the gay fight and doing like the skits, and also shout out to your grandmother. God bless her. I lived for that scene with you and your grandmother when you was singing to her.
Oh my God, that she gave me a papa boca.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she messed up my lip gloss.
And you said you bought her flores, and she said, fuck
yeah, oh my God, like she really blew up my spot. Those flowers were there for a whole month, and I still wanted to make it seem like I gave her a gift.
Well, shout out to you, Grandma. But aside from that, you also you did so many great videos and so many great accomplishments and the views with Jerry, but then you went through a hiatus, like between 2011 and 2013, and you took a while for releasing like the videos and performances and all that. You were still around, but it wasn't like it was just not, the chemistry wasn't there. So what happened from those times that you took so long?
I love when you say what happened.
Yeah, like what? No,
that's very New Yorkerish.
It was like what happened, because people want to know like what the fuck happened to Lil Pito, like.
Well, what happened was.
Right. What happened was.
Honestly, it was like a mixture of things. I mean, I stopped it for a plethora of reasons, but the main reason was because I lost my camera, my computer broke, I had no internet. So, bitch, when you add all those together, come on, let's be serious. It's no videos gonna get made. I think I had like touched upon the topic lightly in some of my videos. But yeah, it was definitely a mixture of things. I think first off, it had to do with the fact that now I was a grown-ass woman. Like, I was no longer the little kid who was getting allowance. Like, I had to work for my money. And when you working and there's money involved, bills involved, like you don't think about the things that are just like considered hobbies at that point. Because I mean, at that time, I wasn't, getting like, it wasn't like I was like making mad money, like doing all, because I was doing those videos. So I was like really just focused. I started working for the first time. My first job was Starbucks. And then on top of that, like I felt like there was a shift in like how YouTube was running. Like a lot of people really started having like more professional quality cameras, and everybody was stepping their game up before they cookies crumbled. And I had my little camera. I had my little camera that I bought on Black Friday, and she did her job.
You are buying cameras always on a Black Friday.
I mean, you gotta take advantage of them deals. But that camera, I mean, it served its purpose. After a while, it just wasn't cutting it. You know what I mean? Like people were still gonna appreciate it, but I felt like I could get more. So I took a little break or whatever. I felt like I had to
3 years off.
Yeah, and I felt like that's not a long time, because when you think about it, it's some artists like Christina Aguilera, Shakira. I mean, these are well-known, established artists. Like I'm still a nobody trying to be a somebody. And these people take breaks for 7, 8 years. And then they come out and it's like they was never gone. Right. So with me, I never thought it was gonna be like I was never gone, but I really felt like I wanted to take it a different route. And that's why I did come up with my new stage name, which is Michael Antonio. Right. I felt like I don't want to be that stereotypical person known just for YouTube. Like, I know that my dreams, my aspirations, and my goals are much bigger than it. Like, it's not limited to just the internet. Right. And although the internet is such a beautiful and great platform, it is not everything. Right. It's really not. Like,
you did manage to change it up a little bit in terms of the brand of not only Lil Pito but Michael Antonio, and you started to show Michael Antonio a little bit more with you started to do your music career. You took it back. You brought it back from not only the vlogs and the funny videos, but you took it back for who you was originally, and you had started off with one of your first records called Heartbreaker. Let's play a little clip of that. I know what you want, baby. A heartbreaker. What I'm looking for. Now with Heartbreaker, when that had happened, you had a whole video, you had the song out, but then, bam, you went through it again. You went through another hiatus. You was about to start the music career. You was about to come out with a video, come out with a single, and it just didn't happen. And then you went back into your show and just was like, had to rejuvenate. What happened that you was about to take YouTube by storm again with Heartbreaker and this visual and...
Well, the thing with Heartbreaker, that was a collaboration. And the tricky part, you know this more than I do, that when you want to make it and thrive in this industry, you really just have to depend on people. Like, it's not just about you anymore. And sometimes you really do put your career in other people's hands. And sometimes things work out and sometimes they don't. With Heartbreaker, there was a lot of things. A lot of heartbreaks from the fans because they waited for you.
Oh,
it was so funny. I live for you. With Heartbreaker, there was a lot of things that went on behind the scenes, and for whatever reason, I was not able to finish it. And I felt like I can't just take advantage. Like, I take advantage of my opportunities, but I wasn't gonna take advantage of somebody else's work and then claim it as my own. So it's like, if it wasn't gonna work out with that person, I was not gonna just steal it because it wasn't even my song to begin with. So shout out to Deverano, who's also an independent artist, and he's the one who gave me the beat. Like, he didn't even charge me. Like, he's like, you want this beat? You can have it. And he's the one that's featured on that song.
Right. Because I did see the visual. So it was technically not your song?
It was a collaboration.
Okay.
Like, it was one of those things where it's like a favor for a favor.
Okay.
Like, we both collaborate each other in hopes that, our fan bases would somehow, intertwine. Okay, bitch, you better get out my mouth. Just somehow, help us both elevate in our craft. And it did, but I never got to finish it. And, I really don't like just like thinking about like drama that happened in the past. It's in the past. Like I feel like that was so long ago, and I've overcome that little obstacle, and I'm already on to the next thing. So for some reason, God didn't want that video to come out just yet. It took a while before I was able to figure out how to marry both. Yeah. Like I feel like now I'm so much more comfortable with like my little segment of 5 questions.
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about it in a few minutes. We're gonna be right back. So we're gonna talk about that about how you rejuvenated and you bounced back into the scene of YouTube again with 5 questions, new music, make them dance. So stay put, because this is Vega411. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I see what y'all doing. Y'all taking it there. Well, y'all may or may not believe me, but I most definitely did back in the day when I was a little ass girl myself. But long story short, I had no idea that she had chicken pox, and she passed it on to me, and I swore to myself I would never mess around with another girl. Of course you will. I never said I was going anywhere. I'm just tired of you hoes asking me all these motherfucking questions.
Can you just imagine we're just going through like a memory stroll?
Yeah, this is memory lane.
Yeah.
I felt like I was walking through the stroll at the pier.
And that's when you.
No, I'm just kidding.
I had to call out. I was like, wait, okay. But no, yeah, like we're going through your life. And the reason why I wanted to do this because it's not only for me, it's for the people who know you and the people, your family, your friends, your fans.
Oh my God, I love y'all.
I don't care. You gotta say your fans because I don't care. It is fans. You
I
have
love
fans.
y'all.
You do have fans.
I love y'all.
So this is what they wanted to see. And I have never seen anybody who have ever interviewed you. Yeah, you did one interview a radio station. You know, shout outs to the radio station. But this is a whole new different ballgame.
Yes, you gotta play them notes.
We have to be in the space of musicality of Michael Antonio. So you bounced back after you broke a few hearts after Heartbreaker.
I'm done with you.
And you integrated Michael Antonio and Lil Pito into one, which is known as 5 questions. You know, when I see 5 questions, to this day, I think of it as an evolution of Lil Pito. Oh, wow. It is. And all jokes aside, it's an evolution of Lil Pito, how he has grown now. Like let's just marinate that a little bit. Like from when you was doing it in 08 to now we're 10 years after, 2018.
And I'm still that bitch.
And you still that? No, you still that
like
bitch.
People think I'm gonna change and I'm not going anywhere.
Right. You brought it to a whole new level, which is still funny, but it's still sophisticated in a different format. Quality's different. Fashion is different, the look is different. What has I'm pretty excited. I'm really excited how to say. How did it make you inspired to bring that all together and all those elements to make it like, damn, come on, Michael, like, get this shit together. Like you haven't had anything that as big from what you was doing before, and I know people are still waiting. This is the time to change it up.
So with my segment 5 questions, if you haven't seen it, check it out. It was literally like me trying to like be Michael Antonio, like show the people this new side of me while still celebrating what people know and love. And I felt like you cannot just switch it up that much. Like, yeah, I changed my name. If I change my whole identity, like, people will really forget who I am. You know what I mean? It's already bad enough that when I did change my name, it like was almost like I hit the reset button. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people, when they look for me on the internet, they type in Lil Pito and then they don't find me because everything's now under Michael Antonio. But it was a way for me to like give people that persona that they still wanted to see, while me like showing a new side of me. And I feel like my whole segment is literally like you getting to know me. Like, how else can you get to know somebody other than this? Like, you asking me questions. So 5 questions was letting my fans and people that watch me ask me the questions. And so I love it because I feel like even though I'm talking to my camera in my room, I feel like I'm talking to y'all.
But
like,
you're being intimate. It's
very
it's like a diary.
Yeah, it really is. Like, it's just me alone with my camera.
with a beautiful black backdrop.
Yeah.
With your nice lace. That's
scented candles. I got my lace. Honey, I get very much that. Y'all just don't see me from the waist down.
What had inspired you to do it though? With 5 questions.
I think it was
that
just
personal for someone like you.
It's just after a while, like how you said, I was on hiatus, like y'all hadn't seen me. I felt like a lot of people wanted to know so many things, like why you left, all this and that, and that was the perfect opportunity. Like everybody kept asking me questions, and you know it was cute for a while. Like if y'all notice, I haven't posted in a while because I'm giving y'all some time to come up with no questions, and I'm also giving myself time to like, you know, stop talking that much about myself. Like, I feel like, okay, it's enough about me. Like, I need to start doing a segment where I'm asking y'all questions because I need to know about y'all.
Why don't you try that? Try something like one day, like do a segment or like
5 question special edition.
Right, with your fans, and they could come into like the set and they'll sit down and you could just like you know how Build is that interview where they have the interviews right downtown.
Oh my God.
Or like, hi,
I would do that, just not in my studio. I don't want people coming over there. I would do it outside, like if y'all meet me at Union Square Park, you know what I mean? Like, y'all can't be that much into my life. Like, I love y'all, but everybody needs their thing.
You finally got the music out there, and you first put out your first music video, which is called Make 'Em Dance. Can we play the clip?
Play it.
Never looking back, my heart. Yeah, we make them dance, and we make them lose their mind. Everything will be just fine. We fall into this groove. Yeah, we make them dance, and we make them lose their mind. Everything will be just fine. We fall into this groove. Make it okay. Dímelo con risa, dímelo sin risa. Make it okay. Conmigo. Make it okay. 'Cause your body's telling me that you wanna do this.
Yeah. Can we just say like what the fashion in the video? Where's the fashion from? Like all the outfits.
So,
Like that one piece. The pink one piece.
when I was back on YouTube, right, that y'all know me as Lil Pito, like, I was very much just into the persona. Like, I still had to grow and evolve as a person. And I felt like, you know, I had to learn my ropes, discover myself, and I adopted, like, this whole, like, androgynous sense of style where, like, I didn't want people to, like, box me, like, oh, he's just a regular gay, or like, oh, he's trying to be a tranny. Like, there was so many stereotypes, and it's like, I wanted to trick all of y'all. I'm like, whatever y'all think I am, I'm not. Okay. Yes, James. Okay. So yeah, that's where a lot of the inspiration from the fashion came. Like, my style has always been like to give boy and girl at the same time, and I felt like I thought about all those outfits, and I didn't have no help. Like, yeah, I had some people giving me ideas, but at the end of the day, I still didn't take their ideas, and I stuck to my own gut.
Who was the videographer?
So the videographer was shot by Yams. Y'all could go visit her. And she's such an amazing videographer. She works with, like, so many, like, she's with big companies now, Rock Nation, Tidal. Yeah. Like, she's out there making shmoney moves.
You know, it's funny that I've worked with her back in...
Oh, you did?
2013. 2013, we did, like, a photography before.
Yes.
When she started doing photography before, we collaborated with the photography, like, in the pier and whatever. And it's crazy how she has grown, and she did, I think, was that her first music video that she worked on?
I think that was about, like, her second or third. So she was very much just wetting her feet.
So I can't wait to see what we have in terms of 2019. So you already know Michael Antonio is here. This had to happen.
This was in the works for 10 years. Like, this was an interview 10 years in the making, and it had to happen right at this very moment.
It did. After 10 years, it finally happened. I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped. Well, thank you so much, Michael.
Thank you guys for having me. Thank you, Vega411, for your lovely show and your platform. I love this show. I love what you do for the LGBTQ community and for us independent artists. And for anybody who's a nobody who's trying to be a somebody.
This had to happen. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Like, this is really a big deal. And this is finally happening. It's coming in fruition. And there's gonna be still more, so we cannot lose.
This is only the beginning for us.
Yeah, this is only the beginning, and I can't wait to see more. 5 questions, album in the works, or EP, whatever the case you may call it.
Basically, mad stuff. So y'all gotta be in the loop if y'all wanna figure it out.
How can they find you? Instagram, Twitter,
Instagram, Michael Antonio.
YouTube. It's a lot.
Instagram, Michael Antonio Music. YouTube, Michael Antonio. SoundCloud.com, Little Pito Music page. Pornhub, no, just kidding. Just kidding. No, you really tried that. You really tried that.
You already know it's Michael Antonio, also known as Lil Pito, LILPITO. Alright, not Lil Pita, not Pita Bread.
And not Peter Bread. Yes.
Right.
Oh my God, you don't know how many times I get that.
Yes. And like I say, this is Vega411. What's going on? See you guys soon. Hey guys, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow Vega411 on all social platforms right below, right here. My name is Jesse Vega, and I see you guys soon.